Yes.
Mr. Conditional.
Yes. Public comment and correspondence, explanation, public comment. Well, we don't need any explanation, public comments, done. Administrative comments, anything, Mayor? Public, county, council report.
Mr.
Comments.
Smith.
This is our last meeting, correct? Clerk, city clerk, it is? You sure?
Unless there's one tomorrow. It's the last.
And you won't be here.
Actually, it's not because you have the fire pension meeting on Friday.
That,
And that's a different group.
I will not be able to attend that, but I do want to, thank, the chairman, Mr. Pinella, for, his service, to the city as a council member over the years, and wish him the very best as he moves on to city controller. Good luck with that, Bill. I'm sure you're going to do a very, very good job. And to Paul, I've enjoyed our time serving together the last 2 years. I kid you around being the Warren Christopher of city government. You're always calm with a certain dignified demeanor, and have enjoyed our time serving on council. Bish, this is our second stint together, and I again wish you the very, very best and consider you a friend. We may have disagreed at times, but it's never crossed the line where we've not wanted to be friends or been able to go out and have a couple drinks or whatever, and that says a lot. And I'm glad to see you're on the mend health-wise, and wish you continued success on that. I think that we've all tried to do our very best in guiding the city towards a successful future and restoration in the fiscal matters. There's been some very difficult decisions that I think over the last couple of years. So, Mayor Mastrangelo, we've clashed it several times, but I do admire you. I admire your background and your education, and I know what you did when you came in for the city. And I commend you for that, and I wish you the very, very best in all your future endeavors. And I do hope that you enjoy whatever retirement that you choose. And again, thank you. And anytime we did have a little bit of a disagreement between us, it was never personal, and it was only professional differences. And I hope you do know that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Fulkerson.
Oh boy, Happy New Year, everybody. And to our leader, happy birthday, Mr. Pinella.
Thank you.
I wish you many, many more. You've been a gentleman and a scholar. You held the fort down for, what, 12 good years?
12 years. Not necessarily good years, but 12 years.
Well, you kept us in line, and that's what leadership does. And to the people of Newcastle, I wish them a happy New Year. I think we have to start the new year out with everybody working together. I'm hoping that the mayor-elect will get his choices of department heads and leaders for the city. I believe that every mayor has that ability to choose who he wants to be on his team. I think that needs to be respected, and if they then fail, then council should say something one way or the other. But I think that we need to work with the incoming mayor. Mayor Mastrangelo, you know how I feel about you. I give you all the credit in the world that took a city with, we were lucky if we had $200 in the bank when you took office, and now we have almost, 2.6 mil in the rainy day fund and everything. You've done a yeoman's job, and that's to say something, because the city coffers before you came here were depleted, and there's an old saying, liars figure, figures don't lie.
Thank you.
And you were handed a checkbook with $200. 12 hard years. You have shown your demeanor by just staying steadfast, and your whole objective was to try to get the city out of Act 47. I think you've done the early stage of it. We're in the exit plan, and I hope that that remains to stay there, that we can get out of it in 3 years and be a successful city. To my other members, it's been tough. We made some tough decisions, and we did them all for the benefit of the taxpayers, not ourselves individually. And regardless what some people want to say on that crazy Facebook and all those social media pages and that, to them, stand up, put your name on a ballot box, and try it. Because every one of you and the people in the past, it takes guts to put your name on a ballot and actually win an election. And I say that with all due respect. We made some tough choices, and they were tough. But we made them, and we always did it for the benefit of the city. So, Happy New Year and all that good stuff. So, thank you.
Mr. Fitzgerald?
Well, I just say my goodbyes a couple weeks ago, but you had to leave, Tim,
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
know.
coming on. I have the utmost respect for you. It was a privilege sitting next to you all those years, and no matter what decision you made, whether it was controversial or not controversial, no matter who liked it or didn't like it, you stood by it. No matter what, you had the backbone and the resolve to stand by your decisions, and that should be noted and commended. Happy birthday, Bill. 85 years young. No, doesn't get any better than that, does it?
Well,
I
if
hope-
they deny you, will.
I hope I can go another 33 years to match that. My plan on it too. I'd like to congratulate Cindy Collingwood on her retirement. She was a police officer and the secretary of the mayor for the past 35 years, and she's been an absolute asset and value to the city, and she will be missed. And whatever her future endeavors hold, I wish her nothing but the best of luck. And God bless her. She will be missed. She did an outstanding job. The outgoing fire chief, and who also is retiring, David Joseph, who's a firefighter, and like I said, the outgoing fire chief. Congratulations to him on his retirement. David always answered the call. He always answered the phone when you called him, whenever you needed. He got back to you. He didn't have somebody else call you and deliver the message for you. He did it right. Then to Jason Medore, who also won't be back. Jason, I was here for 10 years, and he was absolutely outstanding. He would come back with the opinions right away if you needed them. He led us in the right direction, and he wouldn't let us do anything wrong or against the law. And Jason will be missed also. And that's it.
Thank you for your kind words, Bishop.
Mr. Trevino?
6 years. This is our last meeting as a group. I have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed serving with all of you guys and Anthony, from the past council, and we're all friends, and that's really a nice thing, that we can serve and argue and discuss and still be friends and talk about non-political things outside of here and political things too, as we discuss the world and whatnot. Bill, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your new office. To the administration, to everybody that isn't here that was on staff, that took a ton of phone calls, thanks. Thank you, Jonathan, Steph, Jason, in absentia, all the information we could get from everyone. Thank you. Mayor, 12 years ago, the insurmountable financial situation was in front of you, and you got hold of it. Honestly and cleanly, too. I guess after the last 6 years, you like to think, did I accomplish anything even, other than voting yea or nay and that kind of business. I am happy to have been a part of the formation of the CDC. CDCs have a tremendous ability to get specific jobs done, and I hope our CDC does move us forward economically. And I am glad to have been a part of the stormwater tax. Whoever says they're happy to be a part of a tax, but it's a public health disaster when you have waste flowing through your streets and flowing through basements. To not deal with it would have been crazy. And I'm glad we're able to deal with it now, and I'm glad we're able to improve the economic situation of the city, at least underground. The gray infrastructure that isn't very exciting. To the incoming council and mayor, good luck. Happy New Year.
Mr. Pinella?
Most people have said it's basically what I'm going to say. And then number one is I enjoyed working with council, this council and all the prior councils I've worked with in 12 years. We voted for what we thought was the best for the city of Newcastle. We all, of course, we always didn't agree, but our vote was because we thought the city needed that vote for whatever it was. I came in with the mayor when we had a couple $100. Not only prior council members, but this council had worked it up to $2.5 million, which is pretty good, considering we had some emergency funds taken out of that, and we still have money. Unfortunately, we're going to use $500,000 of it this year, but add it for next year. I want to thank Administrator Stephanie. She's anytime you call Stephanie, she gets you the answer right away. I probably have more emails than I've ever had in my life. I'll save a lot of paper now. But I thank everybody, and I want to wish good luck to the new administration. I know they got some difficult situations to overcome, but if they work at it, and they work together, they'll accomplish what's necessary. Thank you. Resolutions on table. R2019-181. This is the lease agreement with Lamar. You want to hold that till next? No, we're going to hold that motion.
Leave on table.
We'll leave it on the table. New resolutions. R2019-195. Authorize the mayor and city council to execute the employment agreement with the Labor's District Council.
Motion?
Motion by Mr. Fulkerson.
Second.
Second by Mr. Stefano. You sent some amendments?
I sent the tentative agreement.
Could I make a comment? I know we can't do anything, but
Sure.
this situation where they receive a $750 lump sum, which is fine, but they paid in January or tried to. Somebody quits in February, we're hired in December, you're never going to get the money back. You'll have to sue them to get it, unless they're generous. I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong. I would recommend it, but you wouldn't have any choice. They'll stay December of the next year of 20. Then if they work the whole year, they get the money at Christmas time. But
What does that equate to in lieu of a 2% increase, right?
It depends on, it's in lieu of a 2%. So the lower paid employees, it would be more, the higher paid employees, it's less. And I understand what Mr. Pennell was saying, and it was kind of the give back to give them that bonus in January. And like he said, we do have language in there that says if you leave, it's prorated and we can take it out of your last pay. But if they didn't make enough, I can't get it out, but we did try to make an effort to.
in other words, it's $62. If somebody had 10 months left to go, that'd be $625. And most people don't make that kind of pay. And I can understand the situation, and normally it probably won't happen anyway, but
But it could, you're right, it could. But that was kind of our give back is in lieu of, them taking a 2%, they got their bonus in January instead of waiting till the end of the year.
I never like percentage raises anyway, because the people at the top always gain, and people at the bottom lose out in it, but that's the way life is. Okay, you would call a roll.
Mr. Smith,
Yes.
Mr. Fulkerson,
Yes.
Mr. Bashiro,
Yes.
Mr. Stefano,
Yes.
Mr. Pinella.
Yes. R 2019-196. This is a conditional use request of Newcastle Real Estate LLC for the Veterans Adult Daycare Center. Mr. Pappas here, he explained it to us, along with Mr. Earnhardt, is that his name?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, explained it to us. Do I hear a motion to approve it?
Motion?
Motion by Mr. Fulkerson.
Second.
Mr. Smith. You have any discussion?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
With all due respect, you're trying to pay by I don't believe that your client will be able to get this done. He's had plenty of time to do something with the building. When he got it for a song and a dance, it says it's $700-some thousand, and he bought it for $25,000. Came in here, told us all the assets he had, all the money he had, and he still hadn't done anything. Then he wanted $250,000, which he has now said he doesn't need. He's had plenty of time to clean up his lot on Reynolds Street. He hasn't even done that properly yet. I think he's doing it with smoke and mirrors. And I know I think if I'm assuming right, I am going to be the only denial, and that is fine. It's not the first time I've been on the side of a vote that I disagree with. I just don't think that, I hope he proves me wrong, but I don't think he will. And I just think that the building and him will be an albatross for the incoming administration and the council. And I just don't believe he'll get it done. He hasn't proven anything to me that he has the means or that he can't get it done. I just think it's a smoke and mirror job, and that's the nice way I could put it, but I'm really not allowed to say how I want to put it. That's all.
Mr. Chair, I do, as Councilman Bashiro had mentioned, the applicant did withdraw his loan application on the enterprise. I know that has been closed, that file. I do think as part of the conditional use, Jonathan, can you briefly explain those terms?
Yeah, the proposed findings of fact and conclusions of law do place certain conditions on the property in terms of security, maximum number of participants in the program, a requirement to apply for a building permit within 6 months, and some other minor restrictions on our property that are in that. So this approval, if approved by council, will also include those conditions.
You know,
Nothing else, Mr. Chair?
when he first applied and I seen the paper, he wanted $250,000. At that time, I said, no, there's no way I'm gonna vote for that, because here's the gentleman come in, he had all this money, everything, suddenly he needs $250,000, which then I question if we'll ever get it back, if he'll make it go. Since he withdrew that, and he's gonna invest his own money, I think he ought to have the opportunity, I'm gonna certainly vote for the opportunity to let him open the thing, and we hope it works out.
That's fine. He's had plenty of opportunity. But that's fine. Your opinion, I respect it.
Let me just make a note, though, the withdrawal of the $250,000 is not a specific condition of the findings of fact, because it cannot legally be a condition.
No, I just wanted for the record that he has withdrawn that
That's what I'm
zoning
saying.
application, yes.
He did.
I'd like to say a couple of things, Mr. President. When this whole scenario started last year, and this has been an ongoing real estate nightmare. UPMC first said they were gonna demolish part of that building down there, the old school of nursing and they took that money and used it elsewhere to expand their hospital and do some things in Neshannock Township. They wanted to unload the property. This gentleman is, and Mr. Bashiro, you're absolutely correct, paying $25,000 for that amount of acreage and that amount of real estate was a gift. And we all knew that when everybody came in here and we seen drawings, we seen certain things, and I said it at that point in time, this building could be decorated with all the so-called developers that came in perspective, and we had our own people from our own city that came here and lined these walls with pictures and drawings, what they were gonna do with the old Baileys up on, Butler Avenue, across from Starwood, and that was gonna be
Paul
it.
Lynch's building.
Yeah, well, Paul Lynch owns it now, but the original people that bought it were gonna make it a Taj Mahal. You understand, all these perspectives, what was gonna happen to downtown Newcastle, what was gonna happen with the town mall, what was gonna happen with the old First Merit Bank building. And Mr. Bashiro, your comments, I don't disagree with you, Bish. I really don't. Because if I was a betting man, I'd have to take your wager to say it's probably not going to happen, because it's happened time and time and time again in this community. Okay? And it's a shame it happens. But what happens is, as you know, Councilman Smith, Councilman Pinella, Councilman Stefano, myself, we're sold a bill of goods. The administration is sold a bill of goods, and we're damned if we do and damned if we don't. Now, I don't know what will become of that property if this gentleman is not successful, because I don't know where the city would ever get the money to tear it down. There should have been something built into the clause that if he didn't do it, then it would revert back to UPMC. And I made this comment back in April, and I got heck for it. And I said, when UPMC has more money than God, because they would have the money to tear it down. But they'll put it on the onus in the back of the city that if this deal does not work out, it will become our nightmare. And I don't want that to happen. So I have to give him a vote of approval so that I want him to prove me wrong.
I'll be more than happy.
I know that, and you said that before, Bish. Bish, you've been very honest about this, and you said, prove me wrong. I want him to prove me wrong. But if I would go and give this a denial vote, what's going to happen to this piece of property? That what happens to the incoming mayor? What happens to the incoming council? That I don't want that to happen. So I have to vote yes. But also with that vote of yes, I hope this gentleman is so sincere that he makes it happen and we don't get scammed again. Because you know what? I'm tired of the con artists coming to Newcastle. And it just hasn't been on a city level that they got us. They got us on a county level too. So I'm hoping that this changes around. I really do. And I'm not saying that your comments are wrong. Really, Bish. Thank you.
Anybody else?
I'm of limited faith, but